AR Resonance Feroce has long been one of my favorite trumpets that Antonio makes. I just love that combo of the nickel bell with the yellow brass. And this is an early model Feroce. This is serial number 22. It's a trade-in that we recently got in. And this thing is just stunning. This thing plays so good. One of the things I love about nickel silver bells is that at lower volumes, they have a nice, rich sound. Then at higher volumes, especially when paired with a high efficiency mouthpiece, so paired with something like with a tight backbore and a shallow cup, it just zings and comes alive, which is really cool. This particular model has these gorgeous finger buttons, heavyweight valve tops, heavyweight valve bottoms. So obviously someone was trying to create a little more focus to the sound and add more depth and darkness to it. Comes with the adjustable gap system. And so what that allows you to do is change the gap between the end of your mouthpiece backbore and the beginning of the lead pipe. And the distance in that gap will give you the different feeling of how close notes are together. The bigger the gap, the further the notes will feel away. The closer the gap, the closer the notes feel together. Why is that important? If it's too far, it'll feel like the stair steps between each note feels too big. It feels like if you're trying to walk up a set of stairs where the steps are too far away. And if the gap is too narrow, it'll feel like the steps are too close together. You'll feel like you're just all over the place and having a hard time slotting right in where you want it to be. So you want to find that Goldilocks zone, which is right where you want it. Most people, it's around 2 to 3 millimeters. That's where most people tend to find their happy place. But with this system, and that number can vary too based on the shape of the backbore. So the system allows you to kind of dial that in to find your perfect fit, which is really nice. Like I mentioned, this is a used instrument. It does come with a case, but it's in really nice condition. I see a few small minor bell dings that I don't think are going to show up here, but other than that, it's a really nice instrument, and it's a great opportunity to get a great value on what would otherwise be a very expensive horn. These instruments are over $7,000 right now, so it's your chance to save quite a bit for an instrument that is exceptional, basically. So the Feroce, here it is with a nice C cup. Yeah, so really nice. And then, if we switch over to something shallower, I hear tuba in the background. If you hear tuba, that's my youngest son who plays tuba. Just made contra on the Colts, so we're really excited for him for that. So he's practicing right now while Dad's also doing a video, but the more the merrier, right? Now if I'll pair it with a shallower mouthpiece, you'll hear this thing just kind of brighten up. Now this is a V-shaped mouthpiece, so it won't be as bright and brilliant. I got a standard cup-shaped shallow mouthpiece I'll put on here in a second. You can hear it. We can tell from the sound that it is definitely Sarge approved. Sarge, it loves high notes, so don't let the howling fool you. That doesn't mean he doesn't like it, it means he loves it. All right, and now we'll switch over to a shallower bowl-shaped mouthpiece. And in my experience, those have a little bit even more sizzle. Yeah, so you can really hear that. It's so easy to play that what you're hearing is not, it's me being a little inaccurate, but it's just because it's so easy. I'm overshooting notes. I'm trying to keep from overshooting it. So it just makes the instruments really easy to play. Of course, these wedge mouthpieces are fantastic and super comfortable. But yeah, so if we go with that setup, you're going to get the maximum brightness with still having a lot of core to the sound. That's what that nickel silver does for you. So big fan of the Feroce. Love this horn. This is a great chance for you to save a pretty penny on a nice used one. So check it out over at ErnieWilliamson.com.